Hello everyone. I'm pleased to introduce Field.ai, an advanced field service management ERP designed to elevate operational efficiency in today's dynamic business landscape. Now, let's explore how Field.ai can help transform your business through intelligent automation and insights. Today's agenda. We'll provide an overview of field service management, how this field service management works, the flow of field service. Then we'll show you how we can easily provide job estimations to our customers for relevant tasks. Next, we'll cover scheduling and dispatching, demonstrating how easily we can schedule and dispatch our workforce to a customer site for relevant operations. We will show how the mobile application helps technicians to perform their tasks effectively. Technicians will get all the relevant information on their mobile application. Let's start this demo. To access this, log in with your credentials. You will land on this landing page. We call this a mosaic. It provides reporting and insights whenever you log into the site. For example, if you are a field service admin, you can see the daily routines, daily resource availability, schedules, tasks, and any pending workflows. All of this can be seen on one screen whenever you log in with your credentials. Okay, let me quickly introduce you to the mosaic. In the mosaic, we have different widgets that provide us with insights or information that we mostly require. Instead of navigating to different screens or reports, you can see which resource is available today. For a particular resource, you can see how many minutes the resource is available. All the details are in this one widget. And if there is any scheduled maintenance, like for a regular customer, you have to do a routine regularly. After a month or two, the system can automatically generate the work orders, or you can do it manually on this widget. You can schedule it from here. Then there's the scheduled widget, where you can see how much time each resource is scheduled. Then there are many widgets you can see, like the month-wise revenue and pending requests. Let's start with field service management. We have the field service request screen. Basic requests can be raised in multiple ways in Field.ai. It can be raised through a job estimation form, or it can be a rescheduled request. You might have a fixed tenure to complete activities at one customer's site. So, the request can be generated every week, every month, every 15 days, or 20 days, according to your strategies. Basically, this request can be generated automatically by the system. We also provide a customer portal where, on your website, the customer can raise a complaint. They will enter the problem and the related asset. It can be created automatically whenever the customer logs in through the website. You can see here different widgets available on this field service request screen. On these widgets, you can see the revenue, customer spending, requests, travel time, and task time. This is very important. Note that it's all customizable. You can modify it according to your needs. If you don't want to see it, you can easily remove it from here. You can place it somewhere else, or if you want to see it for a particular duration, like this month only or the last few days, you can do it through the dashboard and chart functionality on the Onfinity platform. A very important widget is the Insights widget. It analyzes your real-time scenarios and conditions and provides answers, how many requests were completed yesterday, and what the man-hours are for tasks scheduled today. It also shows you if any resources are traveling at this moment. Now let's see how you can view a request. A request can be raised in multiple ways. When the customer calls you over the phone or email, you can raise the request here. There are very few details you need to enter, like the type of request, the customer name, the priority, and the problem. Other details will automatically be fetched by the system. This request I've already created, and it shows the estimated cost. You can see the payment method by the customer, the price list, which you can change according to your needs. You can also choose the asset. With this Equipment Master, you can store all details related to the asset. Not only assets of your organization, but also customer assets that you can maintain in a database. Later, you can see the manufacturer, serial numbers, and the capacity of that asset. You can add different tasks to one request. There is no limitation on the number of tasks. You can even assign 20 or 30 tasks to one request. You can also assign different technicians to one request. It's not mandatory that only one technician can do one job. You can also do multiple scheduling. For instance, if one task is to set up the password and security features, you can assign this task to multiple resources. You can see here the estimated time. You can put the values according to where the request is being raised. You can provide the estimate and save it. Then, there is a fixed amount for each task. You can change it, of course, as per your needs. All data will be fetched from your latest price list. You can also charge for travel to the customer. You can easily select if you want to charge a city travel charge, and it will automatically calculate. If you don't want to charge for travel, you can disable it. You can also charge based on the manpower spent on a particular request. If you have one resource, you can charge based on the man-hours they work on that job. You just need to provide the product and the amount, how much per hour you need to charge the customer. Then, you can do it later, when the task is completed. The invoice will be generated accordingly, so you don't have to do it manually. The system will automatically check whether this resource is chargeable or not, and generate the invoice. For now, let me keep it disabled because we are charging based on the task. You can see the different checkpoints you can maintain against one task, like verifying the password, the expected result, and the actual result. The technician has to input this through a mobile application they carry with them when traveling to the customer site. Any spare parts required are integrated with inventory management. Once a spare part is installed through the mobile application, it will automatically deduct from inventory in the warehouses. You don't have to do it manually. It's all happening in real time. You can see what is the installed quantity, what are the required quantities, and it will update accordingly whenever the technician installs it through the mobile application. Later on, it will also be considered in the invoice for charging the customer. If you want to change the pricing of that spare part, you can easily do it here. These are the features of the field service request. How you can raise it, consider details, what currency you can maintain, and you can directly raise a quotation. You simply click, add the task, and run this quotation. Let me provide a validity and expiration date. This is how the quotation is being generated. You can see it here, you can go to the quotation screen, and you can see it there as well. Now let me show you how you can schedule and assign different tasks to different resources. We have comprehensive scheduling and dispatching. This is available under the scheduling and dispatching menu. It's a very powerful form where you can assign different tasks to different resources with drag and drop. You have created different tasks through a field service request. The next step is to assign these tasks to resources. You can see these are open tasks that are pending assignment. Then, there's a list of resources. You can maintain different views for field service engineers. Let me create a new view for the team, field engineers. You can create a new view and assign resources. Let me put Henry Garrick also. So all the tasks assigned to this particular resource will be shown under this view. For John, this task is assigned. For Henry, this task is assigned, but not scheduled yet. This one is being scheduled. You can see the estimated time is 1 hour, and the scheduled time is 7 hours. To drag and drop, you can see it's easy. In this way, you can easily assign tasks. The technician, John, will get a notification on his mobile application. Click on this task, and you can see all related task details, including any checklist against it, tools, if any spare parts are available. The skills required to perform this task will also be available on the screen. You can see intermediate skills, beginner skills, or master skills, and what skills this resource has, such as plumbing skills, robotic mechanic skills, or customer service skills. You can see the different types of skills available, and you can also see on what days a resource is available. Now you can assign this task easily. You can click it and assign it to different resources, or you can drag and drop it. If you want to schedule it for multiple days, you can increase the days. If you want to increase the number of days, this task should regularly run for 4 days, and the timing should be from 5 to 6 p.m. In simple ways, you can schedule the task. Now you will see this task is scheduled. This is our scheduled view. Here you can directly drag and drop. You can increase or decrease the timing of the task here, so you don't have to go back and do it manually. If you want to see the different teams' scheduling status, you can see this particular task is already in process. This one is completed, and this one is also completed. In this way, you can see all related details on one screen. It's easy tracking through this maintenance form, this scheduling and dispatching form. Then, there is resource tracking through a map. You can see the live locations of particular resources. You can see here, it's using Google Maps. Basically, it shows you where a particular resource is and which task is assigned to them. The green dots are the tasks. You can see it's assigned to Henry Garrick. If you click on it, this task will pop up and show you that this task is assigned to this person. The tasks related to Henry will show you the tasks on the map. You can switch between different dates. You can schedule it directly or drag and drop it. If you want to schedule it easily, you can do it. Similar things will happen when you want to schedule it for multiple days or single days. According to this, you can schedule the task. This is the scheduling and dispatching. These are all the comprehensive details you can search directly from this open task. If you have a list of tasks, you can directly search for it. If I want to search for a configure task, you will find all the spare parts and all the skills. If you want to see other details, you can filter by request date, expected date, task name, and different types of filters. You can also see the different statuses, if they are open or closed, if they are related to field service work orders, or the priorities, like critical, high, or medium. There are so many filters available on tasks. Similarly, for resources, you can filter based on type, skills, skill level, or if it is specific to an asset. All these things are available directly from the scheduling and dispatching form. You don't need to go elsewhere. When you assign this task to Alex, he will get a notification on his mobile application. He can see the mobile application and perform the activities. Let me go to the mobile application where I will show you how we can perform the different tasks. Let me log into this mobile application. This is the interface of the mobile application, where a technician will log in and see this page. You can see the name of the technician. You will then see the dashboard, which shows you the scheduled tasks, the completed tasks for this month, and you can switch to different months to see performance. You will see the tasks scheduled for today, and if you need to raise a request immediately at a customer's site, you can simply create this request from the mobile application with very easy steps. You don't need to go to the web or call a colleague to raise a request manually from the web. In this section, you can see how many tasks are scheduled, assigned, and the open tasks. If the technician wants to pick an open task from the bucket list, they can directly accept this task. You can see the relevant details on the mobile application. As I said, you can see the asset, the document number, and if you want to see the details of the asset, it will be available, of course. You can see who worked on this asset, who has similar skills, and who worked on similar asset. The history will be available. Any manuals or documents attached to this asset are available for the technician to see directly on the mobile device. They will be going on site to perform maintenance. They can also see related assets and tasks that they can perform. Then you can see this assign section. Let me assign this particular task to Technician 1C. It will come into this assign section here. So, unbox and physically install this application. Now, the technician can directly schedule the task and can also start work on a scheduled task. There are both ways we are providing. Scheduling the task is very easy for the technician. They simply go to the mobile application, pick a slot when they want to perform the maintenance, and click on OK. In this way, the task is now scheduled. You can see this in the calendar. Earlier there were 2 tasks, but now you can see there are 4 tasks for today. They can also see details, like what checklists are available for this task. They can also see the customer location where they need to go and get directions. They can see the customer name they need to contact. If there are any spare parts to install, they can see that. And if there are any tools they need to carry. If they need to upload anything against this task, for example, if they are on site and see something related to this task, they simply take a photo and upload it directly against the task. Let's proceed now. Whenever they start travel, the system will ask if they have all the tools and spare parts. The technician can confirm it and start the travel. Now the timings will be automatically recorded. Travel has started by the technician, and it will be recorded at the back end. You can track where the technician is right now. The live location of the technician will be sent to the server, and you can see it on your web interface, on that scheduling and dispatching form, where you can track the activities. They can simply finish the travel, and they can start the task. The AI can help. They can directly ask the AI how to perform a task, how to install it, how the installation should be done. The AI will answer by reading the manuals. Let me explain the checklist. You can see here what the checklist is saying. check the quantity and quality of the switch. The expected result is all okay. They have to provide an answer and can attach photos directly, which will automatically be uploaded into DMS. You don't have to do it manually. Once the task is completed, they have to process the task, and the system will prompt them that this task is being completed. It will also ask if the task is completely finished. This particular task is assigned, and it is an invoice to the mobile application. You can see here that this is the generate invoice process. Once you click on this, the invoice will be generated and available on the mobile application. You have to pick a few details, like which sales invoices. Once you click on OK, the invoice will be generated and available at the back end. It will also be available in the mobile application. The AI is very important. Basically, what the AI is doing is providing answers directly from the user manuals by reading the database. Let me ask a question. How to configure network for a network area, and which asset I'm talking about? Basically, we have to confirm which asset. I want an answer for the Capium network. You can see here, it has provided detailed steps on how to configure that particular network. Now, let me ask a different question. How to reset? Now the answer is available. You only need to ask the question to the AI once, and it will know which asset we are talking about. Now it will provide us the answers on how to reset this unit and what the options are. On this tool, we can see the details of assets. We can search the assets. If I go to this asset, all the details will be available, like class, category, name, skills required, who worked on this asset, the history of this asset, any manuals attached, and the task. If I want to see the spare parts, this is the bill of materials basically. So if you are maintaining the bill of materials and a spare part is required to install on the asset, you can do that as well. It is a very powerful technician mobile application where all the details can be seen. Technicians can collaborate with other technicians for help. It is a chatbot assistant, basically giving answers as per needs. Previously, if there were challenges in any performed task, the AI can analyze it and guide us through these activities. This is how the mobile application works with field service management. I will show you how job estimations work and how you can provide estimations to customers. To provide the job, we have this assessment form where you can pick the customer name to whom you want to send the quotation. This will be fetched accordingly. If you want to add some tasks, let's say you want to provide a quotation for an inspection, let me add this task. It will also fetch all the latest spare parts, and all the details are mapped already. So, you can see here that for the power split inspection, if we need something, you just need to provide a few details, like a reference or description. You can directly save it after saving the request. Let's say, David quotation for inspection. The quotation has been created successfully. You can see on the left section, the quotation number. You can go to the quotation section. You can directly download it here, and you can email it directly to the customer. If you want to create a request from it, you simply click on this service request. Now, you can see the field service request has also been created successfully, so you don't have to do it manually. It's very easy to create a field service through this job estimation form. If your customers are asking you for different prices or quotations, you can directly go to this, or you can send them a quotation in PDF format. All this is done through the job estimation form. One important thing is the customizable print format. You can customize the print format according to your needs. This is the amount, the total to be taxed and invoiced. This is basically the quotation print format. All the details will be added to this form. You can directly email it. You can download it to your system. You can send it through WhatsApp, or you can create schedules also. As I explained earlier, you don't have to create a request manually every week or every month. Once you have created the schedule, you can see, for example, this schedule is here. Once the schedule is completed, all the related tasks are added. Now you can go to this screen and create an auto schedule. Let me select one of these types. By providing a few details, you can do it. So until when you want to perform the maintenance, as per the contract, if you have a contract for 1 or 2 years, you can choose the date here. If the contract is long, for 5 or 6 years, you can schedule all the requests at once, and you don't have to do it manually. The system will check the date when the request should be generated, and it will automatically create the work orders or create the field service requests. The request can be raised in our field. We have different reports, like customer spending requests, revenue reports, field service details reports. Then what are the different statuses? Month-wise revenue, priority-wise spending, and resource utilization. It's very important. Let me show you the graph for that. This is a graph. You can see the planned and the actual time. You can see here, for Henry Garrick, the actual time is 13 hours. According to this, you can create these graphs, and they are also available in reports. All this for the KPIs for the relevance of the field service admin. Then we have the equipment master. In this equipment master, you can maintain assets related to customers and equipment related to customers. You can see the different dashboards here. You can filter directly by customer-owned assets, assets in your possession, and your own assets. Different graphs are there, and different widgets. For example, which customer has how many assets, according to the warranty status, and whether the asset is in warranty or not. When is it expected to expire in 30 days, and which ones are already expired? All these details will be there, and you can filter the assets based on category. There are many details available. Let me show you one asset. The organization asset code, for example, is the call center. You can see which customer this asset is related to, like Michael. You can set the location of the asset and the coordinates also. In the case of telecommunication or networking, the towers are installed at remote locations. If you don't know the exact location, the coordinates are there, so you can select the location based on the coordinates in the system. It uses the Google Maps API to navigate the website. You can see the manufacturer, the model number, the equipment classes, the capacities, and all these details are available in the Equipment Master. It's a very comprehensive screen. Any schedules raised against it will also be available on the screen. The setup is very easy. You only need to set up the essential things, like a group. If you want to set up a group, a cost code, a priority level, activities versus resources, you want to maintain resources. You can provide the locations and base locations. Here you can see the real-time locations of resources and whether they are available. If you want to track travel also, you can do that, like resource tracking, but due to privacy concerns, if you don't want to track locations, you can do that as well. If you want to track travel start and end times, you can do that too. So, there are a number of methods you can use. Then, there are resource skills. You can map different skills and different products. According to these mappings, all the setup will be available in this one screen. You don't need to go to multiple screens. Then, there is a very comprehensive setup for Taskmaster. You can assign different task groups. This is a one-time activity basically. You can create different tasks, and later on, you can select it on the field service request. It will make your job easier, so you don't have to do it each time manually. This is how field service management works. We have covered field service management, the workflow of field service, and all the points on our agenda. Now I just want to go through the features of field service management. We can generate invoices to the customer based on resources, tasks, or travel. Then, there is the AI chat for real-time technical support and real-time assistance. The mobile task execution is very accessible through mobile applications. I can show you the inventory management, which is integrated at a core level, so you don't have to do it manually. There is a lot of optimization there. Customer management, assignment, and invoicing are also present. You can also invoice on a monthly basis. You don't have to do it manually each time. If you want to do it for one customer or a group of customers, you can do that at the end of the month. This is also available, and easy estimates and reporting are available. Analytics work for collaboration is done through compliance regulations. Comprehensive use of DMS, as I've shown you, is reading all the manuals from the DMS. You can store images and photos taken by the technician on site and store them in DMS. There is a knowledge base for technicians. For app capabilities, there are many capabilities in the mobile application. An AI chatbot supports technicians, making it very easy to perform the maintenance. There is self-assignment of tasks from the mobile application. You can pick a task from the bucket and schedule it, work directly on the scheduled ones, see related resources, and collaborate with them directly from the application. You can see who worked on the asset earlier, navigate to the client site, and create requests directly. All the task details are there,